Hello. So I hinted at doing this in one of my older videos, taking this list of constitutional features and adding numerical values to all of these yes values across 4 metrics, and then all of the no values across 4 metrics. And those 4 metrics are right here: liberty, authority, left, and right, which is the political compass. So they have weighted values right here. This is the chart of weighted values. And then you have the extrapolation of the XY over those 4 values. So this was actually this is actually quite complicated, very complicated Excel work. It took me like 15-20 minutes of just like staring at the page, at the file, before I could really deduce what I needed to do to get this to work. So, like, for example, here's our yes ranking. If we have a yes right here, uses the Bill of Rights, United States of America, yes, then display this information right here. So 20 minus 10, 0, 0. 20 minus 10, 0, 0. Now if we have a left adds 250, since it's a yes, we have our 250 left right here. This all gets summarized right here. The summation is at the bottom for liberty, authority, left, and right. And then you can take the chart. As you can see, the left goes wild because of this 250, which is deduced from here. This was originally 0, and you have the Y here. Now if you change this to an N, then it's going to pull this: minus 30 liberty plus 30 authority, minus 30 liberty plus 30 authority. This is from an if statement. So then the summation changes and the chart changes. Now you look at your liberty and authority here on the United States of America, and then let's say there is a Bill of Rights, and we'll watch it change in real time. Hit enter. Oh, damn it. And look at that. The liberty shoots up, the authority goes down only 10, which is actually kind of weak. I started up here and then finished here. The central banking and traditional market system is very heavy, is the heaviest. And then you might disagree with a lot of these numbers. I could throw the Excel spreadsheet in the video description, and you can play with these numbers yourself. You can add your own constitution, add your yeses and nos. I also added the landlords on the bottom here because version 4 of the social contract gets rid of landlords. Very big deal. So yeah, getting rid of the landlords turned out to be plus 30 left, minus 20 right. But it was also good for liberty and bad for authority, because I think the monopolization of land and landlordism is inherently somewhat authoritarian. So like central banking, huge on liberty. Oh, actually, let me just, yeah. So central banking, huge on liberty, minus authority. And then the traditional market system. If you do have a traditional market system, you get authority here. Now, if we look at the panarchist, big on liberty, huge on liberty, authority is minus. The United States of America, very left-wing, surprisingly left-wing. I don't know why that is. To be honest, I formulated this chart just off the top of my head, just based on my feelings. And then this was created before I even hatched this plan. So this is the raw data that everything is derived from. This is the weight that the data gets split up into 4 different weighted categories. And then this is just laying out all of the data in a new format and summarizing it. Very clever. This is kind of the coolest thing I've done in Excel in a certain way. It's just really cool. And then you have all the charts on the bottom, and then this is the summary of the summary. And then you can give these 2 charts, same exact data, just 2 different ways of looking at it. Right here we have the constitutions on the x-axis, and then the legend is liberty, authority, left and right. And then here we have liberty, authority, left and right on X, and then the legend is the constitutions. So you look at liberty, who has the most liberty? Yellow does, the social contract. 300 liberty. The United States of America is at 30, so we have 10 times the liberty. In theory, like, this is such a beautiful thing. This is such a powerful concept that you could look at a constitution and numerically quantify the constitutional features and then compare them to other constitutions. This is a powerful, powerful set of data. Really, really incredible. Let me zoom in a little bit for you. There you go. That's better. So the panarchist coming in second, which makes total sense. But it's shocking that the arcology social contract has more liberty than the panarchist because it has more law. So the UBI and the no landlords actually, I said, increases liberty according to my feature weight. So anyway, let's move on to authority. The socialist utopian state blows away the competition, and United States comes in second. The Purple Mountain Project is a little weird, and it's kind of unfinished, so you can just ignore that one. And then the least authority is the social contract. The social contract is a wild document. It is crazy. Then we have left and right. It is centrist. It is a little bit more right than left. This is also interesting because a lot of people would say it's more left than right, but I think it's more right than left. But who cares? That doesn't matter. What matters is that it's centrist. And then the United States of America is more left than right, which is also kind of confusing for people. But this is the most important thing for me. Look at that. 300 to 30. And look at this authority. I was going to add citizen's arrest as well to this chart. I don't have a citizen's arrest, but a citizen's arrest would even push this farther down. 145 minus 145. The citizen's arrest would give more liberty and less authority. So there's like, the social contract is a glorious document, and this just makes me like it even more. I just love how it's turned out. I love how it's evolved. And then look at your socialist utopian state. Heavy on the left, completely negative on the right. So this is a completely groundbreaking way to analyze politics, to analyze political documents. And really, a constitution is just a smorgasbord of specific features. Like, for example, the social contract, each overarching idea, each overarching feature is pretty much one article. And there's 24 articles now, something like that. It's been growing. I think it started with 18. It's up to 24. And it's really just, a constitution is really just a collection of ideas. And those ideas overlap with other constitutions very often. And that's why you can make charts like this. That's why charts like this are very possible. And then you just convert to a numeric basis, and then you add them all up and make a chart. Really not rocket science, but at the same time, very, very powerful visualizations and analysis. Now, once again, exact same data, but the axes are switched. So now we have our ecology social contract, these 4 colors. Look at that liberty, look at that authority, and then we have our left and right. The left should be yellow, the right should be green, but unfortunately. Panarchist, same thing. United States. The United States is actually the most centrist document, which is very interesting. This is hard liberty, and then centrist, which I call myself lib-center all of the time. So this is really accurate. And then what I find kind of interesting is the panarchist is actually has more authority than the social contract. I find very strange. And then the panarchist is also far more right-wing and far less left-wing, which also makes sense. Also is in line with my intention and how I felt they turned out. But this is interesting. Less liberty for the panarchists compared to the social contract. Very interesting. And I would think the United States of America, I would think, has more authority. It's like kind of light on the authority, and it's very interesting that it's also more left-wing than right-wing. People consider the United States of America such a left-wing country, such a left-wing, or right, like United States is far right, but according to this chart, this is not the case. Very centrist, which I think everyone could probably agree with. Unfortunately, I hate centrism. Lib-center is so much better. It's such a better way to organize society. And the Purple Mountain project, once again, kind of wonky, not completely finished, but that's okay. Socialist utopian state was intentionally tyrannical, intentionally off-left, authoritarian left, sorry, third time's the charm. And yeah, really cool numbers. Here's the numerical results. This is easier to analyze though. Really, really interesting concept. I think it has a lot of merit, but you can play with these numbers. I started off mostly plus 20 to minus 20 up here, and then I got a little more aggressive as I went down. But yeah, I'm not going to keep you any longer. I think I've said everything that needs to be said here. I love it. I hope you love it too. This is sociology, ladies and gentlemen. This is not politics. This is hardcore sociology. Like, share, and subscribe for any of your fellow political junkies, sociology junkies. And yeah, let's add some more constitutions to this. I love it. Thank you, and have a nice day.